Elder Scrolls Online, a massive multiplayer online RPG that was released almost 5 years ago on the 4th of April 2014. But what about the Elder Scrolls Online in 2019? Is the game worth getting into too? What has changed since the game initial release, and has the game improved ever since? The Elder Scrolls Online takes place 1,000 years before the events of the Elder Scrolls Skyrim. Basically, you're a Festi, your soul has been stolen by Molag Bal, Daedric Prince of domination and enslavement. Molag Bal also uses his dark anchors to weaken the barriers between the two worlds and merge Nirn and Oblivion into one single planemelt. Among this chaos there are also 3 factions which have risen up. Firstly, you have the Daggerfall Covenant, led by High King Emeric. This faction consists out of the Bretons, the Orcs and the Red Guards. Then you have the Aldmeri Dominion under Queen Eren, which consists of the High Elves, the Khajiit and the Wood Elves known as Bosmer. And you have the third faction, the Ebonheart Pact, led by Skald King Jorun. This faction consists of the Dark Elves, the Argonians and the Nords. Now, ever since 1 Tamriel you can pretty much play any race, any faction. And you have the 10th Imperial race that isn't alliance bound. And ever since 1 Tamriel you can play with other factions as well. The only thing you are limited in is in Cyrodiil PvP. This was actually a great improvement to the game, as it was one of the main complaints from the community towards the developers. So that brings us to the next stage. How did the Elder Scrolls Online improve? Back when the game first released in 2014, there were a lot of negative reviews. The game was still very buggy and it didn't really feel like an Elder Scrolls game. There wasn't the option to steal items, you weren't able to kill NPCs. And the developers did listen to this feedback. With the addition of the Dark Brotherhood, which added the option for you to kill NPCs, and the addition of the Thieves Guild, you are able to steal items. The Dark Brotherhood and the Thieves Guild also added their own unique skill line to the game once you have joined these guilds. For example, you can unlock skills that will increase the money you gain by selling items. There are also passes which will lower your detection radius, thus helping you sneak around and get away with murders more easily, and many other more passes have been added to the game. Apart from this, you also get access to a new storyline, depending if you bought the Thieves Guild DLC, the Dark Brotherhood DLC, and you get access to a new zone. You get the Hill's Bane zone and the Gold Coast, again depending on which DLC you bought. The Gold Coast you might already know from the Satagonian in Cracklorn that tries to launder his necklace for some gold.
Don't you have any heart at all?
You want to cry me a river? Go ahead. Maybe you can float out of Craglorn.
We also gotta keep in mind that back in 2014 when the game dropped, it was a subscription-based MMO. So apart from buying the game for like $60, people also had to pay a subscription fee to play the game. Now, if you're paying a subscription fee, you don't expect a game with bugs and glitches.